County. I want to thank all of you all for coming out today. I want to thank my old classmate over there, Joe Likes, for such a good welcome. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. First of all, let me thank Heyward AME Church for sharing this with the county. You know, a lot of times folks are afraid to deal with the government. They think it's something crooked in the deal. But I can assure you that all these guys on the county council with me are glad to see this happen. I used to work around the corner there to Zeus, and when Eastman decided to let the county have this place, I mean, they had an astronomical price, and we tried to get the plants to participate, and they just didn't want to do it. But you know, God got a way of doing things, and what he did was he let Heyward acquire this property, and they were able to get it at a reasonable price. And down the road, the county and Heyward was able to do a partnership. I've been engaging in a lot of partnership with people now, and I think partnerships are a great thing. I mean, a lot of times when you try to do things by yourself, you just won't get them done. But I'm glad to see this come to light. People will tell you, I've been on council a long time. Some folks say too long. But I've been there, and I'm glad I've stayed there long enough to see some recreation finally get in this county. I've been fighting for that ever since I was on council. And so I'm glad to see that. And we're not only going to do this up here at Heyward, we're going to do this all over. We're going to get recreation in this county. So right now, one person in particular I want to give praises to and credit to is, and John mentioned his name, and I know everybody did a lot of work, but Tyrone Dansler. Tyrone did a lot of work for us here. Had you not had him, I don't think this would came to light. Tyrone, I want to thank you for what you've done. John Nelson, I'd like to thank you, your councilman up here, and I think John had a lot to do with this too. He was talking to the people from Heyward. He went places and talked to them and did things like that, and he was real instrumental also in getting this thing done. And you know, and John McLaughlin, he talked about everybody else, but had it not been for John, this thing would not have come to light. I've worked with other administrators, and John had the enthused and the youth and the enthusiasm to get this thing done, and we appreciate it, John. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to the ministers. Thank y'all. Thank you, ma'am, for what you've done, and thank you for everybody. And I want to say again, I don't want to leave Russell out. You know, anytime you do something, you need money. And Russell talked about the taxpayers wasn't going to be at a great expense doing this. But had it not been for Russell, Ott, a lot of this money wouldn't have came in here that we would be able to do this thing. So let's give Russell a little hand on what he's done. Yeah. So again, I'm not gonna stay. You know, politicians can get up here all day. I can stay up here all day and talk, and love to do that. But I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to let the councilman from up in this area, Councilman Nelson, come forward.